Hi, my dear students. I hope you guys are doing well. So, this is the third practice session where we are going to pick up a very interesting RC set. So, let's get started. My name is Juhi Narula. So, I hope you have watched the previous two videos where we have practiced some very good RC sets. Please ensure that you are solving the passages regularly and you are watching these videos on regular basis because they are going to give you very good practice and exposure, right? So I'll just step aside so that you can read the set and then we will start solving the questions. I'll give you some time in case you would want more time. You could pause the video and you can finish reading and then resume watching the video. It is suggested that you do parallelly instead of just relaxing and seeing as a regular instructive video. The objective is to make you practice here. So let's read this together. A remarkable aspect of art of the present century is the range of concepts and ideologies which it embodies. So, what is the remarkable aspect of art? Right, so that has been mentioned, right? So, remarkable aspect of art that has been provided. If I read further, it is almost tempting to see a pattern emerging within the art field. So, what is the pattern emerging? Similar to that which exists under the umbrella of science. So, here the author is trying to compare art with science, and it is saying that the way there is a pattern emerging in science or prevalent in science, similar is exhibited in art, where the general term covers a whole range of separate though interconnecting activities. Now, any parallelism is, however, in this instance at least misleading, but the author questions it that if you are drawing some parallelism, that would be misleading. A scientific discipline develops systematically once its bare tenets have been established. So, once the fundamentals have been established, then scientific development happens in a systematic fashion, named and categorized as conventions. Many of the concepts of modern arts, by contrast, so what happens in science and by contrast, so this is where you have to pay attention, and how art is different from science, that has been explained, have resulted from almost accidental meetings. तो कैसे art create हो रहा है? By accidental meetings, right? So this is one reason cited, of talented individuals at certain times and certain places. The ideas generated by these chance meetings. Chance meetings are कि आपने सोचा समझा नहीं था and the meetings just happened by luck, had twofold consequences. So let's read further. In case you would need more time, you could pause the video. Let me explain this now. Firstly, so pay attention to the transition word. A corpus of work would be produced, which in great part remains a concrete record of events. So, a lot of work is produced and there is a record of the event. Secondly, the ideas would themselves be disseminated. Disseminated matlab spread through many different channels of communication, seeds that often bore fruit in context far removed from their generation. So, what could be the consequences? There are consequences that have been mentioned firstly and secondly करके. Not all movements were exclusively concerned with innovation. तो कह रहे हैं कि जो भी movement थी art field में वो जरूरी नहीं है कि सिर्फ innovation से exclusively associated थी. और फिर उस idea को validate करने के लिए author surrealism का example देते हैं. For instance, claimed to embody a kind of insight which can be present in the art of any period. So, this particular insight could be prevalent for the art of any time, any period. This claim has been generally accepted, so that a 16th century painting by Spranger. So there have been some mentions of Spranger or a mysterious photograph by Atgate can be legitimately be discussed in surrealist terms. तो मतलब आप कोई भी 16th century की पेंटिंग की बात करो या कोई भी आर्ट फॉर्म की बात करो, surrealism के पर्सपेक्टिव से आप उसको डिस्कस कर सकते हो. Briefly, then, the concept of modern art or of many different kinds and resulted from the exposure of painters, sculptors, and thinkers to be the more complex phenomena of 20th century, right? So it became a more complex phenomena for 20th century, including our ever increasing knowledge of thought and products of earlier centuries. Different group of artists would collaborate in trying to make sense of rapidly changing world of visual and spiritual experience. So what were the 20th century artists trying to do? They were trying to collaborate, associate in trying to make sense of rapidly, since the change was happening very quickly, uh, in the world of visual and spiritual experience. So 20th century के artists क्या कर रहे थे? That has been mentioned, right? Now let's read further. So if you need more time, you could pause the video. Let me start explaining it. We should hardly be surprised. So hardly मतलब हमें surprise नहीं होना चाहिए if no group succeeded completely, but achievements though relative have been considerable. तो ऐसा नहीं हुआ कि कोई complete success मिल गई, but yes, there have been achievements, right? Landmarks have been established, concrete statement of position which give a pattern to a situation would could easily have degenerated into total chaos. Beyond this, new language tools have been created for those to follow semantic system which can provide a springboard for further exploration. Springboard matlab it will provide you a further parameter or a strong foundation to explore in the further or upcoming directions. The codifying of art is criticized. Now यहाँ पर एक नया concept आ गया, codifying is criticized. Now why? Let's take a look. Certainly one can understand that artists are wary of being pigeonholed since they are apt to think of themselves as individuals, sometimes with a good reason. So you cannot label or classify artists into one particular definition because they think themselves as individuals, and that reason as per the author is acceptable, that is fine. The notion of self expression however no longer carries quite the weight it once did. तो जो पहले self expression का notion था, it is no longer carrying quite the weight, मतलब अब उतना importance नहीं दिया जाता. Objectivity has its defenders. Defenders मतलब जो defenders होते हैं जो किसी idea को safeguard करते हैं. There's a good reason to accept the ideas codified by artists and critics over the past 60 years or so as having attained the status of independent existence, an independence which is not without its own value. The time factor is important here. Chaliye. So here we are talking more about individuality, codifying, right? Now let's read further. So now let's read this. As an art movement slips into temporal perspective, it ceases to be a living organism, बिकमिंग रादर अ फॉसिल. मतलब जैसे ही पुरानी हुई वो क्या बन जाएगी, वो फॉसिल बन जाएगी, राइट? तो ऑथर यहाँ पर जो साइंस वाला फॉसिल है उससे एसोसिएट कर रहा है. दिस इज नॉट टू से दैट इट बिकम्स यूजलेस. तो फॉसिल बन गई पर इसका ये मतलब नहीं है कि यूजलेस और अनइंटरेस्टिंग हो गई. और फिर ऑथर कह रहा है कि जस्ट ए साइंटिस्ट कैन रिकंस्ट्रक्ट द लाइफ ऑफ प्री हिस्टोरिक एनवायरमेंट फ्रॉम द मैसेजेस कोडिफाइड इनटू द स्ट्रक्चर ऑफ फॉसिल, so can an artist decipher, identify whole webs of intellectual and creative possibility from the recorded structures of a dead art movement. So one art movement that is finished, so the way scientific exploration can happen of a fossil, similarly an art movement which has died, there is a lot of possibility to learn from that or explore that or to get educated from that particular dead art movement. The artist can match the creative patterns crystallized into the structure against the potential and possibilities of his own time. So basically what has happened in the past, you could try to associate and relate to what's happening in the present. As T.S. Eliot observed, so then there is the statement of T.S. Eliot, no one starts anything from the scratch. However, consciously you may try to live in the present. So here the quoted person is trying to say कि कोई भी scratch से start नहीं कर रहा, right? So you might be saying that you are living in the present, you are conscious of it, but you are still involved with nexus. Nexus होता है connection or association of behavior patterns bequeathed from the past. तो जो भी आप काम कर रहे हो उसका past का influence है. The original and creative person is not someone who ignores these patterns. तो जो क्रिएटिव वो वैसा नहीं है कि भाई मेरे को बिल्कुल क्रिएटिव बनना, ओरिजिनल बनना है तो मैं इन पैटर्न्स को बिल्कुल इग्नोर कर दूंगा. सो व्हाट वुड बी डन, but someone who's able to translate and develop them. So it is that you learn from the past, you develop those particular ideas so that they conform exactly to his and our present needs, and try to accommodate or create in with the aspect of the present day understanding, right? So I hope आपको passage समझ में आ गया. Now let's take a look at the questions. Have some very good questions with it. I'll step aside, be very aggressive with process of elimination, right? So let's take a look at this question. Many of the concepts of modern art have been the product of. So how the concepts of modern art have been created, right? So एक बार अगर आप passage पे revisit करोगे, right? So यहाँ पर वो clearly बोल रहे हैं कि by contrast, the many of the concepts of modern art. So I'll underline it where the answer is coming from, so that you can validate it. If you will revisit, many of the concepts of modern art have resulted from the almost accidental meetings of group of talented individuals at certain times and certain places. So here you will get your first answer coming from, and now I can go to the options that I have in front of me. Idea generated from planned deliberations, accidental bola है, planned deliberation नहीं बोला, so this choice can go out. The dissemination of ideas through the state तो considerably mentioned नहीं है. Accidental interactions among people blessed with creative muse, right? Creative लोगों को blessed with creative muse कह दिया. So just they are paraphrasing it, but we know that it is aligning with the information provided in the passage. Patronage by the rich and powerful, again we cannot validate it. Systematic investigation, again this is recycled. Trap answer choice created है, codification का नाम mentioned था तो आपको trap में लिया. We have just validated it, so C will be the right choice to go for. I hope the question is clear. Chalo, let's try the next one now. I'll just step aside, and here is the next question for you. So let's take a look at this particular question. In the passage, the word fossil can be interpreted. So I always suggest कि अगर स्पेसिफिक क्वेश्चन है तो आप रिविजिट कर लीजिए, आपको बेटर अंडरस्टैंडिंग बिल्ड हो जाएगी, आपको क्लैरिटी मिलेगी, वाइजर पर्सपेक्टिव मिलेगा, और कोई ट्रैप चॉइस आपको परेशान नहीं करेगी, राइट? तो यहाँ पर इसने क्या बोला कि as an art movement slips into temporal perspective, it ceases to be a living organism. Living नहीं रहती ना, क्योंकि वो तो पुरानी हो गई अब. This is not to say that it becomes useless or uninteresting. जैसे science can reconstruct the life of prehistoric environment from the messages codified into the structure of fossils, so can an artist decipher whole web of intellectual and creative possibility from the recorded structure of a dead art movement, something which has been finished, right? So fossil का मतलब है a passed away art movement, something that is done with. An art movement that ceases to remain interesting or useful. देखिए fossil का idea uninteresting नहीं है, right? ये नहीं, देखिए ये क्या होता है कि आप contextually पढ़ते हैं तो कई बार आपको हो सकता है tempting लगे, but the idea is that what does fossil का interpretation is. Question पूछ रहा है कि fossil हो गया, बन गया, तो ऐसा है कि वो लोगों के लिए अनइंटरेस्टिंग या यूजफुल नहीं रही. दिस इज अ डिफरेंट आइडिया, बट व्हाट फॉसिल इज, दिस इज द क्वेश्चन आस्किंग, राइट? सो ए कैन गो आउट. An analogy from the physical world to indicate a historic art movement, an art movement that has been finished, right? So instead of historic art movement, something which gives us an idea that that movement is dead, that is finished, that has passed by, that would be a better answer, right? Let us see if we find something better. An analogy from physical past to indicate barrenness, emptiness of artistic creations in the past. नहीं कहना चाहता. Barrenness मतलब पहले कोई आर्ट ही नहीं होता था, खालीपन था, ये वैलिडेट नहीं कर सकते. Embedded codification of prehistoric life, no, we are more pertaining to art form, right? An analogy from the physical world to indicate the passing of an era associated with an art movement. Yes, so the era that has been passed, that has gone, right? So it has become a fossil. So what will be the correct answer? E will be a good choice to go for. Though B was tempting, but then जो passing वाला point है, which is why E provides more relevance to the context and to the question, right? चलिए, let's take a look at the next question. So in the passage, which of the following similarities between science and arts may lead to erroneous conclusions? Erroneous मतलब wrong conclusions. तो कहाँ पे साइंस और आर्ट का कंपैरिजन किया था, वापस चले जाइए, राइट. जहां हो सकता है रिविजिट करके, वैलिडेट करके आंसर जस्टिफाई जरूर जाइए, राइट. इसको एक हैबिट बना लीजिए. तो इसने यहाँ पर क्या बोला कि भाई if you start reading, there is a pattern. It is almost tempting to see a pattern emerging within the art field similar to that which exists under the umbrella of science, where the general term covers a whole range was separate through though interconnecting activities. So I'll just use a different marker, right? So यहाँ से आपका third answer validate हो जाएगा. Any parallelism is however in this instance at least misleading. तो यहाँ पे misleading term है, question में erroneous बोल दिया. Is to make mistake, right? So now it is very easy to pick up the right choice. Then let's go to the options. Both in general include a gamut of distinct but interconnecting activities. Yes. So both have movements not necessarily concerned with innovation. We cannot comment. कोलैबोरेशन से हम बोल नहीं सकते, एब्स्ट्रैक्ट थॉट एंड डिसमिनेशन बोल नहीं सकते, कॉम्प्लेक्स प्रायोरिटीज के बारे में कमेंट नहीं है. तो एज इट इज पढ़ा, उसको रिसाइकल करके प्रेजेंट कर दिया गया, पैराफ्रेज करके प्रेजेंट कर दिया गया. बट इफ यू आर वाइज इनफ टू गो बैक, देन नो अदर चॉइस कुड बी टेम्पटिंग, राइट. चलिए, so now there is one question which is remaining of the set, and I would want you to take this question as your homework, and you could leave the answer in the comments section. I'll just step aside so that you can pause and read the question nicely and get a better view and perspective, right? So I hope you enjoyed learning this particular set. Keep working hard, stay consistent, follow the strategies, be very logical in the approach, and you'll be very easily able to conquer the RCs. Keep working hard, stay consistent. All the best.